Every NBA season brings its fair share of drama, but the 2024-25 campaign has been particularly chaotic. From blockbuster mid-season trades to rising tensions in locker rooms, the landscape is shifting fast. Some franchises are in free fall, others are stuck in no man's land, and a few superstars are realizing they might have hit their ceiling with their current teams. One name you might expect to see on this list is Ja Morant, but don't count on it. Despite plenty of speculation earlier in the season, the latest report confirms that the Grizzlies and Ja are on the same page and committed to moving forward together. That means we'll be focusing on other major stars who could be next in line to shake up the NBA with a blockbuster trade request. Number 1. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's time in Phoenix already looked shaky. And after the Suns' disastrous first half of the season, it's becoming harder to ignore the possibility that he could be on the move again. The Suns reportedly tried to move him before the trade deadline, but KD made it clear he didn't want to be traded in the middle of the season. That doesn't mean he's off the market in the summer, because Durant has already hinted that he might leave Phoenix once his contract expires. A potential reunion with the Warriors is still very much on the table after he admitted he has no hard feelings toward Golden State. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat have long been linked as a possible destination, and the Houston Rockets, armed with draft picks and young talent, could be the kind of franchise-altering opportunity that tempts Durant to make yet another move. At nearly 37 years old, Durant knows his championship window is closing fast, and the Suns' lack of depth and poor roster construction doesn't give him the best shot at another ring. With Devin Booker and Bradley Beal both struggling to fit alongside him, the Suns might have no choice but to explore a full reset in the summer. If that happens, expect a bidding war for one of the greatest scorers in NBA history, with Miami, Houston, and even Golden State waiting to pounce. Number 2. Trae Young. The Atlanta Hawks have been stuck in mediocrity for too long, and Trae Young has to be wondering if this is really where he wants to spend his prime. Despite his offensive brilliance, the Hawks are still a borderline play-in team at best, and the front office has made it clear they're willing to shake things up after moving DeAndre Hunter and Bogdan Bogdanovic for future assets this season. Clint Capella's name was thrown around at the trade deadline, but it wouldn't be surprising if Atlanta eventually looks at moving Young instead, especially since teams like the Heat or even the Raptors have all been rumored to be interested. This essentially means Young's future in Atlanta seems murky. Number 3. LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball has spent his entire career stuck on a Charlotte Hornets team that has never come close to making the playoffs, and at some point, the former All-Star has to start wondering if this is really where he wants to stay. Even when Ball has been healthy, the Hornets have remained at the bottom of the Eastern Conference standings with no real direction. Number 4. Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen has proven that he's an elite scorer and versatile forward who can fit into just about any team's system. But despite his fringe all-star production, the Utah Jazz still aren't a serious playoff threat. It's been reported that Markkanen isn't actively looking for a trade, but with him under contract until 2027-28, the Jazz may completely start the tanking process. If Markkanen signals that he wants to play for a contender, the Jazz will have plenty of offers in the offseason. Number 5. Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart has always been known for his grit, defensive intensity, and leadership, but at some point, he has to start wondering if he's wasting those qualities since he isn't getting much playing time. Smart is only averaging 20.9 minutes,